Last question here.
Cool.
How do you balance being so relentless in your pursuits of fitness and business with being a father?
They all tie in together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started Norse before Genevieve was born. For those of you that are unaware, because I don't really talk about that much, I did have a beautiful little girl named Genevieve.
Mm-hmm.
She's 4 years old. I had Norse before I started, or before Genevieve was born, but having Genevieve lit a fire underneath my ass like I never thought was possible. And it's what gets me out of bed in the morning. It's what keeps me going. So because I have a daughter, I am more relentless in my pursuits. Now, as far as fitness goes, I have to be healthy for my little girl. I want to be able to play with her. I also represent my brand. I'm not as jacked as I'd like to be, you know, for the brand, but at the same time, I'm a healthy dude. I do a lot of cardiovascular stuff. My heart is healthy. My blood pressure is good. And it all ties in together. So because I have a daughter that drives me for business and to be healthier and to get my ass in the gym when I don't really feel like it. And yeah, it's a full circle. Now, for those of you that don't have kids, that's cool too. You just have to find something that motivates you. And in my opinion, it's always an outside source.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whenever you have a driving factor that doesn't involve yourself, like with you, probably it might be your employees.
Yeah.
You know, like Austin and
Yeah.
Isaac.
Well, I mean, that's what pushes me forward in business is like I want them to be able to live the best life they can.
Exactly.
And I
man.
want everybody that works for TNS to make like great income and have great opportunities.
And I think the same with the employees for Norse, you
Right.
know, and our gym, our coaches here at the gym and stuff like that. I want the better that I do, the better life that I can provide them. And that includes my daughter, that includes my employees and stuff like that. So if you want to be relentless in a pursuit, you have to detach yourself from it. You kind of have to think about how it's going to impact other people. Now, since we started doing this podcast and the more that Norse grows, you know, I get emails and stuff saying how we're helping people. That right there is a perfect example. Even if I didn't have a kid, I would want to work harder and to put out more content and to just grow the company because I realize that it's having a positive impact on the universe.
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as like how do you balance those aspects with also being a father? I think, like you said, I mean, if you are relentless in your pursuits of fitness and business, it will make you that much better of a dad and vice versa.
Yeah, but I'm very structured with my time as well. So I
Right.
became structured whenever I had a kid.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I opened up the gym, I was working 20-hour days trying to grow it. And Genevieve was around a year old. And I realized that I was spending too much time on the business and that wasn't acceptable. So I hired a mentor to teach me how to manage my time because it was that important to me. And I read books and all this other stuff. And I have a strict cutoff time now on days, because I have 50-50 custody of my kid. So on days that I have my kid, 5 o'clock is the cutoff time. I don't work past 5 o'clock. I pick her up from the daycare. We go home, we eat dinner, we play together. She goes to bed. And then I do my nighttime routine, which is usually, you know, planning for the next day, maybe reading a little bit, doing some yoga, meditating, just winding down for the day. But I don't touch my phone after 5 o'clock. Now, on days I don't have Genevieve, I work till about 7 or 8, and then I start unwinding again. But I plan out my day. I plan out my next day the night before.
Gotcha.
You know, so I start off at 5 o'clock a.m. That's when I wake up. I put wake up, even though it's been the same for over a year now. I write down when I wake up, when I'm going to wake up the next day. That kind of just like pre-drills it into my head. I put when I go to bed, and then the in-between space, I'm planning out the day. And even at 5 o'clock every day, I write down, pick up Genevieve, no phone.
Right.
That's an important thing. No phone after 5 o'clock on the days that I have my little girl.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I just structure everything as much as possible. Now, if you're not using a planner or something, you're fucking up and you need to get a planner. It's just as basic as that. I've even thought about releasing a planner just because I think it's so damn important.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something we will do and
The mentality
like a training
planner.
log with it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, but that's how that's how I manage all that stuff. Is I'm just very structured with my time. And that's also another thing as well. The older I get, the busier I get, the more that the businesses grow and stuff like that. My time is fucking valuable. If someone wastes my time, it infuriates me. You know, if you say we're going to hang out at this time or you want to have a meeting or something like that, you best do it. Because if you text me 30 minutes before and it's like, oh, sorry, man, I'm not going to make it today. Well, I already fucking planned out my whole day the day before. So now it fucks me up and it infuriates me.
Yeah.
So my time is very valuable, and the time with my little girl is valuable.
Right.
And the time that I work on my business is valuable as well. So I plan it all out, and I try not to waste any hour of the day. And on days that, you know, it happens still, but on days where I'm not as productive as I'd like to, it fucks me up. It eats at me. But that gives me motivation to do better the next day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we're human. It's bound to happen.
It's going to happen.
So I guess, focus on time management and know that what you're doing with business and fitness is contributing to you being a better father too.
Yeah, like how are you impacting the universe? And I think that should be everywhere. How are you impacting humanity and how are you impacting the universe? I think everyone has a responsibility to do that. You don't have to have a company or be some fucking bullshit influencer on Instagram or whatever. Like you can help your community, you can help your family, you can help your friends, but you need to be doing something on a daily basis that contributes to society.
Right.
Everyone has their own little skill that can make an impact. And we talked about this on, I think, 5 episodes ago or something like that, where we have depression issues because people feel like they don't have a purpose. Well, whenever you're helping other people, that is your fucking purpose. That is the quickest way to get out of depression is to help other people. And that allows you to live a fulfilling life. Like how do I get out of depression? Go fucking help a stranger.
Yeah, that'll make you feel a lot better.
That's it. Like that is the number one key.
Yep.
And then there's other things that you can do as well. But yeah, I think everyone has a responsibility to help other people and to be as relentless as possible with your time. Because I was actually talking to my buddy Runar earlier about it. I am fucking terrified to be that old man wishing that I would have done more with my life. It terrifies me, man. I can't deal with it. So that's kind of another driving force as well. But I think that should be everyone's driving force because the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
So get to work.
Time is limited for
That's
sure.
it.